welcome to the mischief. I'm the Crafty Rat. Right, so welcome to this Craftflix collaboration video, which is a collaboration hosted by Nikki and Kirk from Kernix Creations. They're awesome. And it's movie based. Right, I'm going to try to limit the waffle. Again, you might have noticed a lot of waffle, more so than recently than previous. But today has been one of them days. Started off this morning thinking, I really wanted to do this collaboration. I'd every intentions of doing it, but I don't have enough time. Today's Wednesday. It's actually Wednesday at 10 p.m. So this morning, not enough time. Then I started thinking, ooh, I have a mould that I could do something. Now, it was a toothless mould. So I figured, movie, great. Chris went looking for the mould. Could he find it? No. Dang it. So I was either going to use PU or eco powder. Right, okay, fine, whatever. So then, what do I do now? So, as some of you know, we do have a Cricut Make 4. And some of you do know, but for those who don't, I actually really like creating stuff and, well, obviously, you know, I like creating stuff, but designing stuff. So I figured I'd use something on the Cricut. Right, what do I do? Aha, I have something new. Yeah. So I was actually going to use shrink plastic. It didn't work, needless to say. Printed the image. I could have drawn it, but no. Printed it and the ink bled all over. So at this point, it's like, what time is it? It's 10. So this is about 7:30 this evening. At which point, I'm feeling a little bit down. Sorry for the story, but that's what you're getting. Ooh, you got my frog from yesterday. I've just demolded that. So then, right, what am I going to do? What movie based? Because first option was toothless. Yeah. It's late. My brain's numb. Yes. So first was toothless. Second option was a bit toothless and Harry Potter because, you know, I'm a little bit of a Harry Potter buff.
The term is pothead.
Yeah, the term is pothead. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work. What could I do? So a combination of Ella and Chris came up with this idea. So all credit needs to go to them and not me. I'm just going to be...
I'm not taking the blame if it fails.
No, the idea is awesome. The idea is blooming brilliant. It's whether or not the execution of it works. That's what we're going to find out. So, one film that I love, I actually prefer the book, but I do love the film, and I've actually only just finished watching all of them, including the prequel. Let's see if we can guess. It's a Mockingjay. Yeah, I like the Hunger Games. What can I say? So, Chris has printed out 3 different sizes. You'll see what... This one's the one I'm predominantly going to be working on. So what I'm doing is going to give a little bit of a sand around the edges there. Sorry if you hear any noise. Chris is just getting all the silicone and stuff ready. Because as I already mentioned, it's past 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'm actually going to be casting these, putting silicone, obviously, creating my own mould for these. And that's going to be the first part of this video. So I will pause the camera now and I will be back with Chris's music. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean up some of these edges a little bit, just around the outside, because there's a lot of detail on these 3D prints. And so I'll clean them up and then I'll be back to mix up the silicone. And yeah, so at that point you'll be listening to Chris's music, and then once that's all poured and done and looking pretty, I'll be back to do the resin pour. Right, catch you in a few.
Crafty rat with clever hands, building worlds from shifting sands. Silicone dreams, they come alive in her lap. The spark survive. The clapperboard snaps, a scene is born, a tribute rises, a world reborn. The crafty rat, she's got the skill. One creation, one to thrill, like Hunger Games or Highlander 2. Only one can win, it's something new. It's something new. The neon lights, they cast their glow. A secret art few will know. Shapes that twist, they bend, they break. Her molds are magic, make no mistake. The reel spins fast, the story's told. A tribute card, both fierce and bold. The crafty rat, she's got the skill. One creation, one to thrill, like Hunger Games or Highlander 2. Only one can win, it's something new. It's something new.
Right, so these have kind of cured, I think, I hope. Yeah, don't know what happened. Poured them, great. With the leftovers, I even poured a couple of inlays, and that's turned out awesome. But for some reason, the inlays cured. These I'd put in my G3. I'd put them in at 25 degrees for 3 hours because I've mentioned quite a few times my craft room is cold, as in very, 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 very cold. So I figured I'd give it a nice steady temperature. For some reason, these hadn't cured properly. And now I am going to struggle to get them out. I would like to give them a go first. So this one's going to be easier to get out because I have some wax seal stamps protruding out. Ew. Not sure what's happened there. Still a bit sticky. Right. So let's So it has overpoured quite a bit. Where is my cuticle tool that I was using yesterday? Thank you. So I'm hoping I can get this out. So I'm just trying to get it just around the edge. So I'll probably get Chris to fast forward this part. Right, so they're all out. Lesson learnt. The double-sided sticky tape that I used to stick them down, the silicone doesn't like it very much, so all that is still a bit icky. However, these, I've cut all the icky bits off. These seem okay. Yeah, they look a bit scruffy and what have you, but that's the back. It's usually Chris who makes the moulds, so yeah, right. So I'm going to leave this for a few hours now, just to, because of all this sticky stuff, I just want to let it settle, even though it's been almost 24 since I poured it. So yeah, leaving this for a while, and I will be back to pour these, and you'll see what I do then. Right, for the transition, I'll be back. Right, so it's been a few hours. I probably, under normal circumstances, would leave this a little bit longer. However, it's Thursday and my uncle's coming. So, I'm just going to go meh and try it anyway. Right, now each one, apart from taking off all these hairs, I mean, seriously, these hairs are everywhere. Right. I'm doing each one slightly different. Now, this little one, I am going to be covering with a golden mica powder, putting some resin in a little cup, mixing the golden in, so that one's going to be golden. Straightforward. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your auntie. There you go. This one, I am going to be using this Decorum metallic alcohol ink, golden. Again, straightforward, just mixing it in, done. And this one, I am going to be using this chameleon. I know it's matte. Yeah, I didn't have time to sand it off or shine it up, but it is what it is. So I've got to use that, and then do some black. So that is pretty much it. Now, I am going to no doubt make up more resin than I need, because I can't see this needing a lot, but I do have another mould that I'll be using to fill up. Right, so I am going to momentarily pause the camera, and you will then be back, no doubt, to Chris's music whilst I'm doing these bits. Right, catch you in a few.
The crafty rat with clever paws. She bends the rules, rewrites the laws. Silicone dreams in a neon glow. She's making things the world don't know. Clapperboard, barks accent true. This mold's a tribute she always knew. The Hunger Games, the stakes are high. Only one can
I'm back. So, you've probably seen me do this one. This was a little extra. Now, this was one I was going to do originally, or one of them, the Disney one I was going to do originally. But I decided against it because it was going to be a bit too simple. Well, not simple, but simple. He's so cute. It's Dumbo. Right. So that's that one. So these. Right. I'll start with this one. Before I get Chris to get me some. For this one I'm using UV. So, yeah. Just making sure carefully, because there are some really thin bits on this, and that's had air bubbles stuck in it. So it's a little bit delicate. Might strengthen it with a bit of UV. So it's a tiny bit bendy, but it's not soft. However, because it's so thin, I don't want to break it. And that needs a little bit of a clean up, which I shall do. Is my bendy Mockingjay. So that one I just dusted the gold on and then mixed gold with it. Now, this was a complete prototype. Chris and I have never actually done this before. Now, I know with 3D prints you're supposed to sand it and prime it and all that good stuff. But this is the first ever time we've done anything like this. So it was more a case of wanting to see if it worked and why not try it with this project. So that's that one. This one I just used the, what did I use? The alcohol ink. So nothing fancy with this. Because it's a bit thicker, it's still, you can see that's still a bit bendy, but no major. And again, it's come out quite nice. It's a bit more of I'd say, is that an antique kind of gold, and that's more of a. And finally, just because it's the biggest, so this one and this one I'm going to be making into fridge magnets, and this one I'm just going to put what am I putting on the back of it? A brooch pin. That's it. Brain's not burning. Right, so again, it's not been that long since pouring them. It has been in the curing machine, so it is cured. It's just not very solid. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm struggling with words. When do I actually ever have a video where I'm not struggling with words?
Yeah, you've done one that you didn't speak on.
Oh, now it's a shame there's actually loads of air bubbles in this one. I still like it, but I'll need to, I think, it's just, yeah, you can see in the mould that there's but I like it. It's only going on my fridge, so I shall stick. Bye-bye. Right, so these are my contribution. It's funny actually that we've 3D printed these. Yes, you can see the ley lines and all that malarkey, and it needs smoothing out. Bought this one. Guess what you can see? I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there are clear ley lines in that. So, you know, this was 3D printed and not a very good job done on it. I do like the mould, but it was a cheap one from Temu. So yeah, this one I just did a kind of marbling effect. I actually quite like it. It's very splotchy, but I like it. Okay, so what was I saying? Completely lost the plot. Yep, these my contribution to the Craftlix collaboration. I can't believe I finally managed to get it done. There's been a lot of ups and downs, more downs, whilst trying to get this video done. But I've done it, and they've turned out all right. Yes, there's a few little things I need to do different. Suggestions are welcome. We are going to be, I think these were printed in 0.1. So we are trying to improve the printing of these, and then I shall try my hand at sanding and priming just to make sure I can get them in a better quality. But for a proof of concept, it actually works. I've also learnt not to stick 3D prints down to a surface with this double-sided sticky tape, because the silicone didn't like it very much. Just for the record, that was done quite a few hours ago now. It's still wet, so I think that was more a reaction with whatever's in the tape as opposed to lack of oxygen. So I'm learning, I'm getting there, but I'm really pleased with these. Let me know what you guys think. The Craftlix collaboration playlist is linked below. Please go and check out all the videos. They're all going to be amazing. I've not come across any people who get involved in these collaborations who's not blooming good at what they do. So go check them out. Please like and comment on this video. In my description box, I do have discount codes, links to my Amazon wishlist, and links to, spitting all over the place, and links to buy me a coffee. Right, and that's going to be it. So thank you if you've stuck around. Really appreciate your support. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and to those who are subscribed, thank you. You mean a lot to me. And any comments, I know I've had a comment recently, really valid. I don't tend to comment on comments. That's my bad. It is something I am trying to do, so bear with me on that. But any suggestions on how I can help my channel, any of the projects, comment or even email, brilliant. And I'll catch you for the next video. Bye guys.
In a little shed by the railroad track, she's turning nothing into something that lasts. Resin pours like a flowing dream under the glow of a dim kerosene. Glitter jars and colors so stark shimmer like